Now to the guilty verdict in the fraud case against one-time crypto billionaire Sam Bankman-Fried. The jury took just hours to convict him on all 7 counts. CNBC's Kate Rooney has covered the case from the start.
Before he was 30 years old, Sam Bankman-Fried was already worth an estimated $26 billion. He founded and ran the crypto trading exchange FTX. Its name splashed across a Miami sports arena with celebrities in corporate commercials. Politicians in Washington sought his advice, magazines asking if he was the next Warren Buffett. Tonight, he is a convicted felon facing a possible lifetime in prison. A jury in his federal case taking just a few hours to convict him on 7 counts of fraud and conspiracy. Bankman-Fried's lawyers indicating they will appeal.
My client, Mr. Bankman-Fried, maintains his innocence, and we're going to continue to vigorously fight the charges against him.
But prosecutors, whose case laid out how Bankman-Fried used customer money from FTX to cover bad bets at his crypto hedge fund, buy expensive real estate, and make political contributions, called it one of the biggest financial frauds in U.S. history.
The cryptocurrency industry might be new. The players like Sam Bankman-Fried might be new. But this kind of fraud, this kind of corruption is as old as time.
The collapse of FTX and the downfall of Bankman-Fried now putting renewed focus on Congress's efforts to regulate the crypto sector.
They've been unable to do it, and part of the reason for that is because Congress can't even agree on what cryptocurrency is, let alone on how to regulate it.
In the week ahead of FTX's bankruptcy, customers rushed to withdraw their money. The company didn't have it, and soon there was what amounted to a run on the bank. Jake Thacker says he lost more than $200,000 worth of investments.
I feel like it is vindication of a lot of what people and myself went through, right? This wasn't something that we did. This was something that happened to us.
And Kate, as you reported, the defense team is likely to appeal in this case. In the meantime, he has more legal troubles.
That's right, Lester. So sentencing for this case is expected in March. But first, Bankman-Fried is scheduled to stand trial over another indictment, this one about campaign finance violations. He has pleaded not guilty in that case.
All right, Kate Rooney, thank you. Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.